How are y'all? This fine Thursday morning. Wait for y'all to get some of y'all to get in here. I started my meditation yesterday, right? Just because I normally do this. And I was like, oh, well, you know what? Let me do something that's natural, right? Nothing that's forced. I don't want to do nothing that's forced. I'm a projector, 2-4 projector. There's no reason to force a damn thing. What's meant for me will absolutely come as long as I'm bringing guidance. Yes, I'm saying a little. There we go.
The fucking floor bus when we're trying to get the fridge out with the
Yeah.
dolly.
Would you go backwards? I mean, you went out the back door?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
before we even we moved it a couple feet. We moved it a couple feet and that shit fucking like it's like whoosh.
Oh my God.
There's like 3 holes in that shit now from moving the fridge out.
My homie Robbie let me borrow the dolly.
Thank God, yeah.
I mean, that refrigerator is not that heavy.
It's just awkward, you know?
And it makes it easier. So you don't have to like lift it for too long, you know?
Yeah.
You still have to lift it.
Yeah.
But did you get it out?
Yeah.
Nice. So they can do the kitchen floor today, right now. They better be.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Mm.
He was there with
Because that's most of the house, really.
Yeah,
You know.
so huge. Fucking so bad in there. Fucking malls, drywall and shit.
Yeah. That was the one thing I was really trying to prevent, but the people before didn't even do the drywall right in the kitchen at all. And I mean, nigga, the outside was inside in the kitchen too, where the fucking top was. Because the drywall had a crack in it. And if it's against that's the wall. There's no floor in the fucking wall, bro. That goes straight down to the outside.
Yeah. Yep.
You know? So
No, yeah, and I seen like how many.
but that type of shit, that's easier fix. That's an easier fix, especially like earlier before we took it out. You know, we just put some fucking, a simple little fix for now would have been just putting some spackle or whatever and cut and filling in that space between it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, or even caulking, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have been okay too, because, you know, but what up, y'all? Waiting for y'all to get up in here, man. Yesterday I did a guided meditation live on YouTube because I was just like, fuck it, why not? You know? It's like I meditate every morning. Why not meditate with them? And I was in the middle of it, and then I didn't even know that people popped on. I opened my eyes, I saw a bunch of comments and shit, and I'm like, oh shit, what up? It was gone already. But yeah, we're gonna get started soon. It's only been 4 minutes. We'll get started a little bit. We'll finish my blunt, smoke it off screen. Since it's YouTube and it's not 18 plus.
What are you doing here, man?
Yeah. What you doing, Irie? My baby girly. I want to see Irie. Yeah. Isn't she cute? Say hi, Irie. My baby. Send it of a gangster, right?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all didn't like that? Where y'all go? My eyes weren't deceiving me. At one point, there was like 13 people in here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then it went down to 5. It's sick though. Yeah. I don't know why I always come to this conclusion. It's like I always get caught up in thinking I have to move like a generator. It's like, oh, I'm behind. I need to drop something every day, which in my format is creating every day something specifically for social media, which is like not the way projectors are supposed to move at all. The key, if you're going to do social media, is to do one or two long form format pieces of high quality content that you could put all your dope ass energy into and cut it up and use that. Don't ever think you can move like a generator. You just can't. You just can't. It's just you just resentment, fucking your body shuts down, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because your design isn't built to just keep going and 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 going. And the highest potential of creativity is for for a projector is through guiding. What up, y'all? You learn about human design? How many of y'all know about human design, bro? Seriously. Some of y'all know about astrology. How many of y'all know about human design? Where my HD people at? What's up? No? Yeah, maybe. Okay. You see what we bout here though, right? That was a weird smell. That's why I looked at my cup like that. Because I'm sitting out here and we kind of let the dogs do their thing. So I have to make sure that I'm not too close to Apollo's dookie. That's what we're doing. Vibing. We're gonna start our meditation pretty soon. What up, Isabel? What up, John Two Stack or John Stack or Two Tack? What up, y'all? All right, we're about to get started here with this guided meditation, and y'all want to go on a meditation with me, man? Teach you how to block out the world. You hear that? And teach you how to block it all out. Is your life crazy? Is your energy not um just your own, right? Do you have to deal with a bunch of other craziness? Then meditation is for you, my friend. Meditation is for you. But the thing is people have been teaching meditation wrong. That's the problem. That is the actual problem. If they've been teaching it wrong. Meditation isn't about um, fully clearing your mind. That's where people get caught up and think they're doing it wrong. Or they, not that they think they're doing it wrong, they think that they have to have no thoughts to be meditating, which is not real. Because your brain, your actual physical brain, is like a computer with a million tabs up. And then parts of your brain act like the processor and the RAM, right? So some people's brains store memory better, right? Can go through the memory easier. Some people's brains move quicker through information than others, right? But the you would think in that whole theory, that whole concept, that people with a slower synapses would be able to meditate easier because they are not having as many thoughts per second, right? So they should be able to just filter it out, right? But no, that's because meditation isn't about having zero thoughts. It's not about looking at blackness in your mind and not feeling or thinking. Like that's not what meditation is. So um I guess I've been starting this series where I'm going to educate y'all on what it really is. So meditation is observation of what is going on internally. That's it. That's literally it. Make it as simple as that. Because once you sit with yourself and observe yourself, and you can actually observe all the fuck shit, right? Every which way direction your mind, your emotions go while you're just trying to sit there, right? Vision of your homie or your cousin or a conversation you had that pissed you off or didn't piss you off or a dope situation. It all pops up, right? It all pops up. So then at that point, most people are like, I must be doing this wrong, right? Or this isn't working. No, it's absolutely working. That is exactly what's supposed to happen. And you are just supposed to observe what the physical brain, none of it's physical. Thoughts aren't even physical. So, what your physical brain is conjuring, I should say, and what your heart space is also trying to connect with. That's meditation. Calming yourself down enough to where you just observe what the fuck your body's trying to do and what your mind's trying to say and what the fuck where it wants to go. And you just let it go there. And you don't judge it and you have no fucking opinion about it at all. Zero. That's those things you enhance through meditation, but that's the foundation of it. Because the more you do it, the more of a pattern it becomes where you'll be living life and you're always meditating. You're always in a meditative state. And when somebody says something to you, it doesn't just trigger you emotionally because you're so used to this practice of observing how you feel and think before you make a move. But to get there, it starts with knowing the truth about meditation. The truth about meditation is exactly what I just said. Just becoming the observer. That is the key. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm in Florida, y'all. So it's hot. I know you don't see a palm tree behind me, but the palm tree is oops. The palm tree's right there. Um so I'm sweating a little bit, but it's all good. Get them toxins out. So just sit in a comfortable place and in a comfortable position. It doesn't have to be a lotus. It doesn't have to be a half lotus, which is what this is. This isn't a full lotus. And it'll feel uncomfortable at first, but the more you do it, the more your body gets used to it. Because this wasn't even comfortable for a little while. And I would try to sit in full lotus, and that's totally uncomfortable. So if you want realness about spirituality, this is the page for you. So you should probably just subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm not even really trying to sell myself. It's just the truth. Because it doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe. It doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe at all. And really, I'm just trying to give out quality content um, that helps people, whether it's music, whether it's through teaching astrology or reading astrology and giving my own version of what spirituality is supposed to be in this new world that's manifesting in front of our faces. Uh, so, comfortable position in a place where you feel comfortable, right? It could be in your bedroom, it could be outside. The first time I did this was in the studio because I wanted to do the sounds, right? The chakra bowls, the singing Tibetan bowls. The one that I did was crystal quartz. And so I promise you the child in the background is okay. They're just dramatic and there is three adults in there. So don't worry. I'm not just ignoring it and those are not my children. They're my sister's children. My children are with my baby's mom. So just for clarification, so y'all don't start tripping on me. Why are you not helping that child that sounds like they need help? You're not spiritual? No. um, no, everything's cool. So comfortable place. This is where I typically do it, right here in the backyard, because I want the sunlight. The sunlight is very important um to not only our actual physical health, right? Vitamin D, but obviously it affects us at a cellular level. Protons, electrons, photons moving through us, and then the full light spectrum, right? Um, unfiltered, or maybe filtered through the atmosphere, right? And that affects our light body. That affects our soul directly. The sun is a direct representation of our soul, or we are little pieces of its soul. Who knows what it is, right? They used to worship the sun and think the sun was God. Um, and in astrology, it is the pinnacle of the solar system, which is what we base all of astrology off of, right? Where the celestial bodies in our solar system are, not another one. So, getting the sun while you meditate, it will enhance your progression. But I would say that maybe don't make it. So here's my rule of thumb. If you're new to meditation, try to make it as comfortable as possible for yourself. If sitting in direct sunlight for a long period of time is not ideal for your comfort level, then don't do it, right? Like my comfort level right now is insane because I've done this a lot, right? Like there are bees getting pollen next to me, and typically I don't like to be near bees. You know, they're my nieces are freaking out for nothing right now, and I love them, but um I'm comfortable, right? Because I have to be able to function properly. And leading up to this point, meditation helped me do that, but doing it the right way. So now that we've gotten to this part where we can finally start, because it doesn't matter where else I go in the house, it's still going to be pretty much the same. The studio kind of blocks out a good amount of it, but I don't want to do it in the studio every day. This is what I normally do. So we're doing it. And maybe y'all will learn. Maybe you'll learn by example. I don't know. Right? So, first thing to do is to take a deep breath. Once you're in your comfortable position in the comfortable part of your house, no matter what is going on, take a deep breath. And it could be in through the nose, out through the mouth. It could be in through the mouth, out through the mouth. It doesn't matter. Don't overthink meditation. It's the purpose is simple and the steps are simple so that you can do it at all times, so that it becomes a mechanism. Okay. So, another deep breath. And obviously, closing the eyes helps because we take in so much data from our eyes alone. The brain has to do so much work to process this ultra super 12K world we're living in, you know? So, closing the eyes gives your whole framework less data to work with. That's why it's key. But you can meditate with your eyes open. Um, so your hands are less important at this point. What they're doing is less important. Just put them in a comfortable position. Clasp. You could go like this if you're coming from a Christian place. You could do whatever you want, to be honest. There's no specific, like, you have to do it this way. I already gave you what you have to do, which is observe what happens when you just sit there by yourself. Observe it. So all of these things now are to enhance that experience. Okay. So hands comfortable, sitting in a comfortable position. We're taking deep breaths. And now we close our eyes and put our attention to that breath. What's the rhythm of the breath? How fast am I breathing it in? Right? Don't ask those questions, just observe it. Right? So just take a deep breath and observe, put all your attention into the breath. In and out. In and out. And do it again. So don't worry about what your hands are doing. Right now, my hands are touching the grass. That's actually better than this because I'm still creating a circuit, right? Starting at the ground, coming back to the ground. And that's getting too advanced, right? Like having your hands like this is a circuit. Having your hands like this is a circuit. Having your hands like this is a circuit. So it doesn't really matter where you put your hand. It matters the intention and how you're thinking while you're doing this. Um, So that's why I just let my hands do what they're gonna do, and touching the grass actually feels comfortable for me. So back to what we were doing. In and out. Don't get caught up on the specifics. Just again, focus on the breath. Again, again. No, at this point, you should feel more calm. Another breath. All the attention is in the breath. The mind will try to grab onto things to think about. Just another breath. Let it do what it's gonna do. Another breath. Now, right now, there should be a lot going on. You should be feeling a bunch of energy moving in your heart space, maybe lower, in your head, right? And just take another breath. Let your body do what it's going to do. Feel the sensations. Observe. Another breath. I know for me, I see just light changing, green, red, probably from the back of my eyelids. Doesn't really matter. Just breathe. What emotions are you feeling? Do you feel any emotions? Just allow it to happen. Don't answer the questions. What thoughts are going on? What sounds do you hear? Don't answer them. Just allow it to be. And it's okay if you identify it, right? It's okay if you answer it. But the practice is to get to the point where you hear it and observe it, and you don't, because you know what it is already. I know that that's a truck, right? I know that that's probably a trash truck or a recycling truck. Do I need to identify everything? No, I don't, especially while I'm trying to find this calm place. So this is just trying to start a pattern that will enhance over time, and that's okay. That it's not perfect right now. Take a breath. Now you should feel some energy in your heart space, right around here. Whatever that feels like, give it a color. Whatever color matches how it feels. And that color will change with how it feels because how it feels will change. So that's okay. Just allow it to be. Another breath. Now just observe where those emotions are going. Are they moving? I feel it moving. I feel it going like this and that and all which ways. Sometimes it's a darker color, sometimes it's black, and that's okay. Sometimes it's white. It's just based off of the emotions that might have been harboring, and that's cool. Just don't attach to it. Just let it do what it's gonna do. It might bring up crazy emotions, it might bring up physical emotions. Just observe it. Breath. Now, observe those colors. Observe whatever color it is moving through your heart space and push it down into the floor, down beneath you, down into the ground. Move it yourself and take a breath or try. You might not be successful if this is your first time. Do the same thing again. Take all that energy, all those emotions in your heart space only, right? Or in your lower part of your chakra energy system. Take a breath and move it down out of your body into the ground. Take a breath. Now, move to your throat area, your chakra, your throat chakra, and feel the energy that's there. Feel the chaos of what you don't say, what you do say, the things that never got said that you wish you said, the things that you knew were better off unsaid. Feel that, put a color to it. Doesn't matter what it is. Match the vibration of what that feels like. It could be black, it could be white, it could be blue, it could be yellow, because we're just identifying with what that feels like and not the chakra system and how it's represented or taught to us. None of that actually matters in the long run. The long run is being able to control our energy and creating a mechanism that we identify with that's not forced on us. It's a great start. Use it as a basis, the chakra system and the colors that they vibrate on. but the energy that we create and produce from those chakras based off what we do every day and how we interact with each other, that is unique to us. Our vibration and our aura is unique to us. The aura, the color of our aura is unique to us and what we've been doing and how we've been feeling. Our energy field around us is either inviting or um, deterring based on our vibration and how we've been feeling and thinking and experiencing life. So now I'm feeling like my foot kind of go to sleep or something. I don't know. It's just I can tell that it will if I don't move it. So I'm just going to get in a more comfortable position. Take a deep breath. So now we take that energy that we're feeling in our communication center and we move it up into the third eye, into the crown chakra, and out of the crown chakra. And then we move up into the third eye and the crown chakra. And we take all those thoughts, we take our bad thoughts, we take our negative thoughts, we take all the doubt, we take all of those things, take a deep breath, identify it, give it a color, and we push it out through the crown chakra and let it go where it's going to go. For me, it rains down back into the ground. For me, that's how I see it. Um, because Gaia facilitates our healing more so, and energy will take the path of least resistance. So, going all the way up could seem like where it would go if it has enough energy to do so. But there is so much energy here that is pulling on us. Gravity is pulling us down. So, how does that affect energy, right? Um, and it's probably a lot better for the earth to absorb it and deal with it in the way that it does than to just send it out into the ether as a signal. I'm gonna check in with y'all. What is y'all on? Okay, so we'll keep going. Another deep breath. Now that we've separated, right, our energy system, so the throat, our communication, our intuition, our connection with God, all that comes out of the crown chakra. Our negative emotions, our positive emotions, our love, right? Our sexual energy, our survival energy, all that goes down, right? Because those are the paths of least resistance. When I was taught about the chakras, I was taught that there's a half step basically on either side of the heart chakra, if I'm not mistaken. And using that theory is why I personally think, and I think in terms of science, the path of least resistance for all of this energy below my heart, which is a lot. The heart is generating a lot of energy. Should easily be able to just go down into the ground. Whereas all of these thoughts that kind of come from outside already can kind of go back out that way that it came, in my opinion, because the Kundalini rises, quote unquote. But I believe the Kundalini goes both ways, and to facilitate that flow, right, of getting that toxic energy out where it's supposed to go out. Um, So another deep breath. I'm gonna move my foot, starting to feel some pins and needles. That's okay. And we just fix that issue. Let me take a deep breath. Another deep breath. It should feel like less chaos inside if we successfully pushed this energy in the right directions. I didn't point this out before, but once we kind of got fully into the meditation, um, everything quieted down, right? So now we can open our eyes, release. My leg fell asleep, and that's what happens sometimes when you sit like that for a long time. So I hope that helped. I'm gonna get my day started. I love y'all, and we're gonna keep it going. See, that was what 35 minutes of your day. Okay. Easy. Appreciate everyone.